This is a presentation about our very special charity, Rosie's Rainbow Fund. My name is Carolyn Mailing. I am Rosie's mother and the founder of Rosie's Rainbow Fund, which we set up in 2003 in memory of our beautiful daughter Rosie. Rosie was 11 years old and she was a full-time pupil of Red Roof's Theatre School in Maidenhead, which is run by our family. She was a bright girl, kind and caring, and she was musical and theatrically talented. She inherited our family's passion for the theatre, and although she was so young, she had already, with her sister and two friends, written a full-length musical called Forever and a Day, which was performed to a full house at the Novello Theatre in Ascot in November 2002. Rosie was 10 years old at the time. The children decided that the money would be used to help a severely disabled little girl called Ella. Unbeknown to Rosie at the time, Ella was the very first of very many hundreds of disabled children who would be directly helped by Rosie. Rosie became very ill with a disease called vasculitis, which was an autoimmune disease affecting her blood vessels. She was forced to spend many months in hospital. During the time she was ill, she began to realise how bored the children in her ward became. Many of the children were in hospital for months on end, and there was never enough to keep them occupied. Hospital can be such a stressful place, and Rosie decided that when she was better, she would raise some money for the children who she thought were so much more poorly than she was. Throughout the traumatic 6-month period when Rosie was ill, there was no professional support in place for Rosie's family, for whom this was a lonely, frightening and difficult time. Tragically, Rosie lost her fight for life on May the 14th, 2003. We decided we would set up some sort of fund to help make the time during a hospital stay just a little easier, both for the children, as Rosie had wished, and for their families. We tried to decide on a name for the charity. Rosie loved to wear coloured stripes. She was a colourful child and was well known for wearing stripy tights. On the day of her funeral, we held a special celebration of Rosie's life. This was held at the Novello Theatre. As we left the theatre, there was the most enormous double rainbow right over the theatre. I just suddenly knew the answer. It was Rosie's Rainbow, and so the name of the charity was called Rosie's Rainbow Fund. It was just absolutely right, and like so many things which have happened since then, I knew it was her idea. Rosie and rainbows just go together.
The aims of Rosie's Rainbow Fund are to provide music therapy and expression through music, art and play for sick and disabled children and teenagers, in hospitals, schools and wherever needed, to support families who have children in hospital, and to provide bereavement support for parents who have lost a child or children.
We do what we can to raise money for Rosie's Rainbow by putting on events, including ambitious fundraising shows. The money we raise through our own efforts is never enough to cover the demands of our growing charity, and all the current and future projects for helping our special children and all the ideas we have for the future. We do not receive any sort of lottery funding or grants, so every penny we receive is vitally important and goes directly to helping all the children for whom Rosie showed so much concern. I hope you've enjoyed watching this presentation and that you'll be inspired by all the good that we're doing. Rosie remains the driving force of all we do in her name, and I feel sure that she'd be proud of all the wonderful things which are being done because of her. We hope that with your help we can continue to make Rosie's Rainbow shine forever and a day.